Wow.
And the good thing about God is he's like, I love you enough to not force you to make a choice on who you're going to serve.
Wow.
That's why Joshua had the revelation, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Why? Because he knew he had gone through war and his OG dying, Moses, and having to move on to Jericho and all these different cities to conquer and inherit the plans and purposes that God had for him. And yet he went through it. But he came at the end of his life and decided that as for him and his household, that they were going to serve the living God.
Mm.
You know, and that's the process that I think every single one of us have to decide, because he loves us enough to give us a choice.
That's what I love about really life, man. I mean, it's about choices, and then the fact that even to say that God himself, or the one true God, or God, how people understand him, is really just gives you the choice of what you want to do, where you want to go, how you want to be, and then to live your life accordingly. Is super dope. So I want to talk about the pond though, man.
So this is what I
we
thought,
just talking about the pond though,
G.
man. We making this pond thing. We talking about the streams. He making streams of income, ponds, oceans, and rivers. I'm just saying, man, we gonna do that like that, man.
So you know where I got the concept of 7 streams?
Yeah.
King Solomon took some time to write down some axioms and some maxims, right?
Okay.
And one of the things he said was, create 7 or 8 streams of income, because you don't know destruction. You don't know when the destruction is coming. And like thousands and thousands of years ago.
Wow.
So I'm like, he talking about the 7 Streams Club.
Wow.
Right? Wow. But that was a later aha moment. The aha moment came a couple years ago, bro, when I got to thinking about this mantra that people talk about, like, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day.
Yeah.
Teach him how to fish, you
feed him for a lifetime.
And I got to thinking, I'm like, there's something wrong with that.
But I mean, but it seems like such a perfect statement.
It's just so good, don't it?
Yeah.
But I think there's always more, and I think what they missed is that it's not just about my lifetime. It's about my legacy. And so the thought that popped in my mind was, okay, get a chick fish dinner from some cool. Cool. All right, cool. Like, teach them how to fish. Okay, go to Metro. Okay, cool.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah.
But that's not the end. I think the end is, we actually have to show people how to own a pond. This whole idea of ownership, Dr. Dale Gines, I chopped it up with a couple weeks ago, bro. And he was like, man, keep it 100, like, black people are a nation full of renters. And it got me to thinking, and it validated the tension that I feel, that how is it that 8 out of 10 homes in my community is owned by somebody outside the community? How is it that in the first 2 years when somebody launches a business, black people having an extreme amount of failure rate? How is it that in America, God bless black women who are the fastest growing entrepreneurs in America, the gap between women and men are down when it comes to starting businesses? How is it that the next generation, all they know, is, whatever versus business or ownership or really, like it's like a whole generation is missing that thing. So I thought it's all about owning the pond, because my finish line needs to be the starting line for the next generation. And I need to be thinking like the Chinese. Them cats think 200 years in advance. That's how they build dynasties.
True.
Can you imagine if we decided as a community, bro, that instead of spending less than 2% of my disposable income with another black man, I'd rather go to Amazon. I'd rather go outside of my community to buy something.
But here's what you're saying though. But like the comparison, okay, we're comparing like apples to oranges in my opinion, because we're not even talking about the fact that black people were either, whether it's black people in Africa or whether it was black people that were already in the United States as they are now known, prior to. Those are the times when the dynasties and stuff like that was built, man. I don't know if the opportunity, as far as the dynasty thing is concerned, as far as that mentality, I think I don't know what has to happen. I don't even have all the answers. I think what you present is great and forward thinking, and I hope that it does exactly what it set out to do. But then I look at today's times and I think about like, golly, man, like it's so shitty right now. If I could just say that, you know what I mean? Right? Like, just keep it real, man. You know what I mean? Like, shit is just shitty, man. So like, I don't mean to be cussing in front of the preacher, man. But
man,
you know
don't you can't go. Come on, man.
I always put that in there too.
Don't do that,
So look, I got a homie, right? I got a homie too. Look, I got a homie. Let me ask you this, bro, because I got a homie that said like, man, he don't like the word Christian.
Yeah.
I got a homie that said, bro, he don't like when you call him a Christian, bro. Cause something in the Bible that happened in Deuteronomy with the people and they was using it's really a derogatory term. That's what my guy threw it as. Now, I'm not asking whether or not that's a justified or that's actual story. What I am gonna say is this. I think that's absolutely atrocious. I was gonna say something crazy. I ain't gonna say nothing crazy. No.
We locked in with JQ.
That shit stupid as hell, man. What the hell that nigga talking about, man? You a damn Christian, man. Damn, man, you a follower of Christ, man. But I'm just saying, though, but seriously,
that's
though,
good.
Do you subscribe to that same, I guess, thought process, man? You know what I mean? Like,
I understand why people might say, don't call me a Christian. I think maybe what he was referring to was in the book of Acts when they first, the scripture talks, Luke records that it was at Antioch, I believe, where they first called them Christians. And the reason why they called them that, it was like they was jonesing. Yeah, like, oh, you a Christian. They're like, you know what I mean? It was derogatory. I understand that. But culturally, that doesn't mean that. Culturally, it means that, like, we subscribe to following Jesus Christ.
Right. Absolutely.
So, I mean, I think the word Christian is convoluted anyway, but, you know, like, I think it has so many connotations to it. One person might think it's this, one other person might say it's this.
But I mean, at its core.
At its core, it's a follower of Jesus, bro.
Right, and to subscribe to his teachings, to his philosophies, and all of that, everything that comes with it, I would think.
One doubt. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I mean, you know, I grew up in the church all day.
Really?
You know, Daddy was a preacher, Mom was a missionary. I still go to church. I still play a little bit and do my thing, you know what I mean? Do my thing with the Flame Classic, Mr. Fantastic on the drums, doing this thing, you know what I mean? So it's that spiritual connection I think is always there, man. But I mean, just finding a way to give back is in order to change, in order to affect change, finding a way to get to that place that you were talking about, to be able to build these dynasties that you speak of, because I believe that the effect of what men like you are doing now is going to be far. It's going to be long-reaching. This isn't going to be something that you even see the true fruits of. You know what I mean? It's going to be something that you know, your kids, grandkids, kids, and all that type of stuff is going to see. I think about the things that my pops accomplished, and I'm like, okay, what I accomplished, what I can still accomplish. It's like, I see the difference. I can think about the whole David and Solomon thing, you know what I mean? Right. Some stuff you won't see in your lifetime, even though you wish for it, even though you hope for it. It just wasn't meant for you. But coming to that point when you find out, man, what's meant for you, like, it's dope that you found your purpose, man, that you found, like, where you wanted to be and what really called you, what moved you. It's not just to follow Christ, but to do like him and to give back to the people, to be a part of the program that you have coming up now, man. So let's talk about that real quick. So let's talk about the summit that's coming up.
So we're launching a summit, and it's really the outcome of a couple of years ago we launched a business incubator because I wanted to have a space where we can incubate entrepreneurs who can come out saying, I own my own. So the last 2.5 years, we've done that with an organization called Shift Omaha. And I think we've graduated over 35 entrepreneurs in the last 2.5 years.
Nice.
And I started to think, like, can we go big or go home in terms of how we extend this message of ownership and hope and inspiring people to start something or scale something, and really knowing that, like, we needed a conference or a summit like that was for real FUBU.
Yeah, for sure, for us.
By us. You know what I mean? And so we jumped off the porch and we said, man, let's launch the Own the Pond Summit. And I'm pumped about it because my hope is that attendees would leave saying, I feel more unified to a larger collective group of people. I feel like I'm energized to help provide collective opportunity by doing business and commerce with other people. And then I got my mindset on legacy. And I feel like if we can accomplish that, not just this year, but every year, I really do imagine it being the premier location for cats in every hood in America to say, man, I'm going to the summit this year.
There it is.
You feel me?
There it is.